Ang nangangailangan, basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Maniban for three. Good! Big shot! Fire! Will throw it down! And Walmar. Serrano trying to extricate himself from the defense and in.
Hernandez leading in. He scored. It's a 3 for Jadel. No foul, but the bucket for Jadel Fuentes.
First one to draw blood.
LJ Gonzalez with a different idea. Day balls away. Oh, what a shot by LJ Gonzalez.
Wide open.
Mayap Abeng, the 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 Convention Center is officially a sea of white to the delight of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. But in their way are the Knights, who will battle it out for San Juan. This is a story of two victors, two of the greatest leaders, and two of the strongest soldiers. Pero ang tanong, which cavalry will be more effective? Can Pampanga take it to the Nationals, or can San Juan extend the series? Welcome to Game 2 of your Northern Finals, dito lang sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Champion versus challenger dito sa North Division Finals. Welcome to this best of 3 series.
Guys, common sense. Gamitin natin. Be mature, guys. Let's go. Third quarter atin to. Sa ganitong sinis lang. Huwag lang tayo bibitaw. Atin to lang.
Concepcion, 3-pointer again. Nagpapalitan ng tres dito ang Pampanga and San Juan. Grayson gets the step. Ramirez gets bumped and finishes through contact. You're talking about two teams. San Juan, Season 2 champion, but kicks it out. Corner triple. Reynel Hugnatan knocks it down.
Omar has the speed advantage on Aguilos.
Finds one great delivery by Orlan Omar Jr. And Pampanga Season 5 champion, but none in those 5 seasons. Wala pa nakapag-back-to-back. Kicks it out. Serrano wide open. Late challenge. And still, Encho Serrano knocking it down. That trifecta for Pampanga. Archie Concepcion puts it in. Plus an end-one opportunity in the charity stripe sa laro na to. And the exclamation point by Baltazar, slamming it home with one hand.
It's a celebration of Philippine basketball dito sa hotbed ng Philippine basketball, the province of Pampanga, where the likes of Dexter Maiquez, Mike Calisaan, representing San Juan, they are proud Kapampangans, but they will be donning the San Juan jersey and they will be standing in the way of Coronation Night sa ating North Division Finals. Mike Malonzo, also a native of this province, and AJ Miranda, who also grew up in Pampanga, are standing in the way of Encho Serrano and the rest of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. It's a historic night para sa Pampanga as they go for back-to-back North Division titles. MJ Garcia will look to play a role, so as Archie Concepcion, who was the star of that Game 1 victory. It's all about champion versus challenger as San Juan takes on Pampanga for Game 2 of your North Division Finals dito sa jam-packed 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 Convention Center. Magandang gabi po mga kaliga sa Dove Tupas, kasama si Christian Luanzo, and of course Mika Abisamis gave you that wonderful intro earlier. And Christian, you can feel the great energy and vibes here sa ating venue.
No question, one of the best home courts, obviously one of the best teams in the league, and deservingly so. If you're one of the best teams, you should have a crowd like this. It's been like this the whole season, and now that they're 3 games away for becoming the first team to go back-to-back, I'm sure they all want to witness, that step forward of getting into the national finals. San Juan, though, has other things in mind.
Ticket to Dubai ang paglalabanan dito. Siyempre, diretso muna tayo sa ating playoff bracket because, everyone needs to be updated on what's going on dito sa Liga ng bawat Pilipino. San Juan, of course, the number 1 seed. They are down 1-0, 0-1 in the North Division Finals. Sa kabilang panig naman, Quezon, the number 1 seed in the South, is also down 1-0 against Batangas. And that game 2 of that series is happening tomorrow. But tonight, ang focus natin is San Juan against Pampanga. Pampanga looks to close out the series, and you know how difficult it is to close out a series, especially against a champion team like San Juan.
It is. And, you know, I believe, though, because of Pampanga's, you know, unblemished record here, at least for this season, maybe for last season, pag sinama mo rin, you know, it's going to be tough to win here. That's why it's almost going it's going to have to be a perfect game for San Juan, almost, for them to squeeze out a win in this one to force a game 3.
Well, speaking of a perfect game, you know, that did not happen in game 1 on their home floor last Friday, and you know, San Juan losing home court advantage as Pampanga came away with a 91-84 victory, and it was an explosive show in the second half for Pampanga.
Well, this was a close game, you know, deadlock at 38 after 2 quarters, but then the third quarter happened, and a guy named Archie Concepcion came to life in that second half. And, you know, ang kagandahan dito, Pampanga, you know, showed their full strength. You know, the stars were aligned that night for them. What do I mean by that? They had MJ Garcia, who was the catalyst, you know, 8 points in that first quarter. Baltasar was the anchor, only 14 points, but had 25 boards. We're not surprised by that. And then Encho Serrano, he was the scorer, led all scorers with 22. And then Archie Concepcion, the finishing touches as the finisher with 18. You look at the numbers right here, and the rebounding part, San Juan has to keep that close. I don't think anyone has won that department the whole season. Even the first game kung saan natalo itong San Juan, first game of the season, for Pampanga, wala si Baltasar. You know, they lost to Rizal. You know, I checked. Pampanga dominated the board still, and they lost that game. But I think for you to have a chance, you know, you gotta keep the rebounding close because it will increase your possession. Second, the three-point shooting. First half, it was close because Pampanga only made 1 3-point shot. Second half, it was 7. So you gotta pick your poison. You know, if you're gonna control the paint, you have to limit Pampanga's outside shot. If you give up both, San Juan doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for San Juan to have a chance, this guy has to have another big game. Reynel Hognatan, I don't want to mention his age, but he is, you know, the ageless warrior of the San Juan, ageless knight, really, because he carried the load for San Juan. And, you know, you expect Papa Ray to come up with big games in big games.
Right. Is it really something that we expected at this point of his career? If I'm his teammates, this would be a challenge for me because the one who led all scorers is the one who is closest to having a senior citizen card in what, 15, 20 years. And, you know, Reynel Hognatan was outstanding. Where would that game be without his 19 points? That would have been a blowout, no question about it. So I expect San Juan to have some changes in their starting lineups. Wamar to be better, especially of taking care of the basketball. And Papa Ray to duplicate that performance.
When you talk about Orlan Wamar there, you mentioned him, and syempre, you know, this is the heart and soul of the San Juan Knights. And alam natin, wherever Orlan Wamar goes, kasama niya ang San Juan Knights. And, you know, he went south in that game. So, it's also expected that, you know, San Juan won't have a better chance if he doesn't play well.
And just like where they are right now in the North Division, you know, say, nowhere to go but up. And for him, you know, 12 points, yes, in double figures, 9 assists, those 5 turnovers, 3 straight in that second quarter, I thought cost them, you know, because they lost momentum. And, you know, after, you know, scoring a lot in that second quarter, heading into the third, Archie Concepcion came to life. And, you know, the rest is history.
Well, we bring in Archie Concepcion in our discussion right now because, you know, Archie, he has always been, he's a confidence player. Ito si Archie Concepcion.
Right.
And you feel like he will always try to find his groove. And sometimes, minsan, he does it, you know, he gets too eager. But this time, medyo nahanap na yung balance dito sa game na to.
Tama ka dyan, because I didn't see that over-eagerness na sinasabi mo sa larong yon. You know, everything, you know, he didn't force it. All 13 of his attempts, even the misses, from what I remember, were all good shots in transition off the double team. You know, his defense was right there. We all know him. He's one of the best as well. You know, one of the best two-way players we have in the league. Athletic guards. But they're gonna have to take out somebody of the four that I mentioned. Etong San Juan. Archie could be that guy. MJ Garcia could be that guy. If you're San Juan, you gotta take out at least one of the four.
Oh, definitely. But one guy you cannot easily take out is the guy in the middle para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns, our reigning MVP, Justin Baltasar. And, you know, he just affects the game in so many different ways. And even now, yung kanyang composure and poise
Exactly.
against, you know, the physicality of San Juan, nakita natin.
No question about it. And, you know, to me, watching this kid from college, 2 seasons here in the league, that was the most impressive game. You know, it may not be the best numbers, still ridiculous, by the way, 14 and 21.
And
You know,
7.
and 7 assists. Led Pampanga dun sa department na yun. And I think what's amazing on what you said is that after tamaan sa ilong, instead na bumawi, you know, dun sa nakatama sa kanya, binawi niya sa tamang paraan, you know, by still performing inside and being for his teammates. Exactly to your point, composure and poise. They need that from him.
Well, you know, 11-11, November 11 has significance dito sa Pampanga because this time last year, I think there was a win here.
Okay.
So for more on that, let's bring in our courtside reporter, Mika Abisamis. And,
Parang shopping lang.
parang shopping ha. Hindi po sale ang 11-11.
They must be
dito.
singing, show me the money.
Yun nga eh. Yo, Mika, what's so significant about this date here?
So Delph, mas may importanteng meaning ang 11-11 sa lugar na to because this is the second time that Pampanga and San Juan are meeting inside this very venue on 11-11. Score was 86-82 in favor of Pampanga, pero syempre sa araw na to, gustong makabawi ng San Juan as the visitors. Tututukan daw nila ang kanilang depensa sa backcourt at nakausap ko, itong si Orlan Wamar, miniting daw niya ang kanyang mga guards. Sinabi niya sa kanila na wag na muna natin isipin ang opensa natin, importante isipin natin ang depensa natin, lalo kay Encho at saka kay Archie. Nakwento nga sa akin ni AC Soberano na kung gusto daw niyang tumagal sa floor, kailangan unahin niya ang depensa niya dahil nakadalawa daw si Encho sa kanya last game. So Delph and Coach Chris.
And how about Pampanga, Mika? And of course, you know, it's so easy to be carried away by this big crowd here. You know, what's their mindset going into this one?
Sa Delph, kung napag-usapan ko ang backcourt ng San Juan, ganun din ang Pampanga. Nakwento sa akin ni Archie Concepcion na sigurado daw maraming counter sa kanila ni Encho. Kaya alam mo ba, ang napag-usapan nila, magkakaroon daw sila ng pot money, 1/4 ng kanilang bonus, paghahati-hatian daw nila pag maganda ang naging depensa nila. Sa Delph and Coach Chris.
Wala pa tayong kasama. Di ba tayo kasama doon sa bonus na yun? Thank you so much, Mika. Of course, always reliable and always ready with her reports. And, you know, grabe. Let's get it on. Game 2 of your North Division Finals is coming right up. It's San Juan versus Pampanga dito sa MPBL Convention Center. Let's go to Richard Tampos for the starting lineups.
Reminder lang po, again, to our cheer band, wala muna po magpapatugtog during announcement, time out. Maya Pampengi, den kaluguran, tamu, akapampangan, mga kaliga. Will the series conclude with Pampanga's victory, or will San Juan force a rubber match? Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme and MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. Here are the starters. Introducing first, the MPBL Season 2 Datu Cup champion, San Juan Knights, go for gold! At forward number 4, Mike Malonzo. Guard number 24, Nico Panganiban. Playing center number 15, Arvin Gamboa. Power forward number 9, your very own from Guagua, Pampanga, Dexter Marquez. Point guard number 5, the recent All-Star three-point champion Orlan Wamar Jr. They will be led by the team owner, Honorable Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Assistant coaches, the original 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 and Nani Epondulan. Coaching consultants, Congressman Brian Yamsuan and Mr. Bong Dinlasan. Team manager Jun Usman, co-team owner Jeremy Go. And now, the reigning and defending MPBL champion, your Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG 3 Construction. Power forward number 26 from Masantol, Pampanga, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗛. Point guard number 11 from Angeles City, MJ Garcia. Starting at guard number 13, 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗏𝗓𝗓𝗏𝗓𝗏𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 Small forward number 15, Renz Coming in at center number 19, Apalit and Mabalacat pride, Justin Baltazar. They will be led by Benedict de Matulak, coaching consultants, Alan Trinidad and Marvin Mercado, assistant team managers Ronald Dulud and Raymond Guevara, the team manager and team owner Aurelio A.G. Gonzalez III. Reference Buddhist Ballgame Arclucci.
Starting 5 is brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Orlan Wamar starts for San Juan. Kasama niya si Nico Panganiban, Arvin Gaboa, Mike Malonzo, and Dexter Maiquez. Pampanga has the reigning MVP, Justin Baltazar, Lervin Flores, Renz Alcoriza, 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, and MJ Garcia. So Archie Concepcion coming off the bench along with Encho Serrano for Game 2 of your North Division Finals. Our referees, Mike Hinay is the crew chief, John Paul Abobo and Lester Arcega ang ating officiating crew, and our substitute referee is Maynard Centeno.
Well, a lot of changes for both teams, even for Pampanga, who has 2 new starters, Flores in the spot of Aguilos and 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 and Jeff Viernes. Sa kabilang panig naman, Kalisaan, who started in the last game, Maiquez gets the nod. Agent Miranda's coming off the bench because of Orlan Wamar. And a DNP in the last game, etong si Gamboa gets a start in the place of Jeff Cajonera as 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 opens up and gives this crowd something to cheer for early in this game with a layup.
𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 was a wild card last season, and Orlan Wamar goes to work early.
Now that kid is no wild card for sure, and to your point, totoo yan, itong kay 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. Even for this season, actually, it's been up and down for him in the playoffs, but he made his mark in closing out Abra in Game 2 with that game winner of the offensive rebound, getting his own miss on that free throw. Baltazar right now at the line on the second offensive possession for the Giant Lanterns.
Yeah, definitely intensity at an all-time high early on as Justin Baltazar sinks the first free throw. Well, actually, ikikwento dito kay 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, he missed the entire playoffs. It started in Game 1 of the National Finals last year.
Right, because he was still playing for Letran.
Nabigla yung Bacoor.
Right.
Wasn't part of the scouting report, and all of a sudden gets activated and played well. Wamar inside to Panganiban, gets it to Maiquez, the jumper, no. Garcia and Malonzo fighting for it. Wamar fires and hits.
The second chance opportunity is something San Juan needs to do a better job of. They were -7 in the last game, and you would say, well, 7 points lang yun, but this is a championship series in the North Division. Every point matters.
Baltazar, binigay kay Flores off that double team.
Not a good shot. I thought he had Garcia wide open to his right. And still though, Possession will remain with Pampanga kahit 2 tao na yung bumabacks out kay Baltasar. Now look at this one. This was the offensive rebound that led to the 3 as defense was in a scramble. Good sign for San Juan Knights. Wadmar, 12 points in the last game. 5 quick ones. Wala pa tayong 2 minuto.
Stepped on the line, Kurt Rayson. It's a good call.
Bukod talagang tumalas yung mata mo, no, after nung event mo last week. Pati yun, ang bilis eh.
Oo.
Nauna ko pa sa official.
Oh. Safety officer na ako ngayon.
Wow.
Orlan Wadmar. Again for the 3. Yes! What a start para kay Orlan Wadmar. 8 points. All of San Juan's baskets courtesy of Orlan Wadmar.
That's
Another
another foul.
loose ball foul.
So humihigpit, no, yung tawag sa umpisa ng laro. Tingnan natin kung ito pa rin maging tema ng laro in terms of physicality.
His 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Kasi pangalawang beses na yan. Second straight natawag or in a loose ball foul sa rebounding.
Ball team back out to Rayson. Rayson launches the 3. It's good! Off the glass and in. Kurt Rayson.
So the 2 point guards right now in a duel of their own. Rayson with 5, Wadmar with 8. Gamboa misses that badly. Bola mo pupunta sa Pampanga.
Here's the 3-pointer for Kurt Rayson. The degree of difficulty on this one. Just sensational shot galing kay Kurt Rayson using the glass. A good sign as well for Pampanga, matching the strong start of Orlan Wadmar. Ito si Kurt Rayson. MJ Garcia, binigay kay Renz Alcoriza, matched up against Malonzo. They go to Baltasar, the double team. Flores gets hacked. A foul is called on San Juan, and Coach Senator Jinggoy Estrada is livid. And even the whistle we cannot hear.
Yeah, which was the case also in Game 1. Punong-puno rin yung Phil Oil Arena. This is the double team, the cut, the pass, the strip. Look, all ball right there. As we have the benefit of the replay, and looks like San Juan's going to challenge, and I think they're going to win this one. But if I'm Orlan Wadmar, you know, you've made your point already. The last thing that you want, especially after this terrific start you're having, is to lose your composure.
Yeah, this coach's challenge is brought to you by the MPBL party list, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. We will be right back.
The challenge of San Juan Knights was successful. There was no foul.
It's a successful challenge for the San Juan Knights as we check out this MPBL Coaches Challenge. Here's the strip. It's last touch on Orlan Wadmar. The ball will stay with Pampanga.
And that's the reason why this season we changed our house rules to having 2 challenges instead of 1, which means itong San Juan will still have their challenge as Kurt Rayson gustong pantayan yung 8 puntos ni Orlan Wadmar.
Gamboa takes it to Maikes who sinks the mid-range J.
Well, that's a big basket, not only for San Juan as they tie the ball game, but for Maikes to make his first basket on only 2 attempts. He struggled mightily in the last game.
Look at Malonzo putting pressure on Alcoriza. Wadmar and Rayson having their own little battle here. MJ Garcia with 4 on the shot clock. Binabatay ni Panganiban. Look at the defense from San Juan. Garcia, too strong. Malonzo with the rebound. 𝗚𝗎𝗓 ahead to Gamboa. That's a foul.
And that was a point of emphasis. You know, heading into game 2, gusto nila bilisan yung laro itong San Juan, which I think is a good idea. This one, loose ball. Gamboa shows the up fake, gets two defenders up in the air. Kick out to Maikes.
And stepped on the line, Kurt Rayson. Meanwhile, Mika Abisamis has a report.
Obviously, Orlan 𝗚𝗎𝗓 is big on preparation, big on discipline. May mga rituals, 7 minutes meditation, yoga, etc. All before game 1 of the series. Was not very happy with his performance last game, so decided to modify the rituals. This week daw, he decided to calm down, watch friends, and play the little golf. Sabi niya, kailangan ko yung eliminations mindset ko. Kaya medyo nag-relax ng konti. And here he is with a better start in game 2. Si Delf, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And talking about a better start, San Juan up 13-10 in
Tama ba yung dinig ko? Friends?
Friends. Yeah.
Timeless. What year born itong si 𝗚𝗎𝗓? San Juan forces a turnover on that DHO action on the right wing.
Anong akala mo? Limited sa mga katulad ng edad natin ng Friends? Ha?
Oo nga eh. Timeless talaga, no? Excellent report, madam. Ito, sorry, it wasn't a DHO action. Little split action on the right wing. MJ Garcia, matatawagan doon sa illegal screen.
And Brandon Ramirez in the game for Lervin Flores. And Archie Concepcion also coming in for Renz Alcoriza. 3-point lead for San Juan. 2 turnovers so far for Pampanga. Dexter Maikes. Hinahanap si Orlan 𝗚𝗎𝗓. 𝗚𝗎𝗓 against Rayson. Orlan, off-balance shot, no good. Concepcion ahead to Garcia. MJ, no finish. Panganiban with a great challenge up top. Gamboa finds 𝗚𝗎𝗓. Now with Maikes up against Baltasar. Dexter testing the defense of Justin. No call. The tap, last touch on Pampanga. They were asking for a travel. Coach Pedic Di Matulak and Coach Governor Delta Pineda.
Well, excellent defense that time. Not only on the post by Baltasar, but that two-man game. Big to small, wherein the small is giving the screen to a big man, was well defended. And if I'm Maikes, instead of backing down the taller Baltasar, I'll face him up, try to use that foot speed advantage. 𝗚𝗎𝗓, though. Talk about somebody who is hot.
Yeah, season on the line, backs against the wall. Orlan 𝗚𝗎𝗓, 11 points in the first period alone. Perfect, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. And that's another foul on Dexter Maikes. That's number 2 on Dexter. As we take a look at this three-pointer again para kay Orlan 𝗚𝗎𝗓. That's three-pointer number 3.
And that's just a poor reaction by Brandon Ramirez. Also anticipation as 𝗚𝗎𝗓, the hottest guy on the floor along with Kurt Rayson. You gotta be aware whether it's a ball screen or a get action.
Here we go again. Baltasar against Hugnata. Nakakapasok lang. MJ Garcia, 3 seconds on the shot clock. The kick out to Rayson. Three-pointer, too strong. Rebound ends up with Panganiban. Nico on the move. Panganiban drops it off to Malonzo. A good hard foul by Archie Concepcion sends Malonzo to the line.
Excellent defensive rebound by Panganiban and push up the basketball. Got the ball with 2 hands up in the air and triggered the transition 3-on-2. Mike Malonzo on the left wing. And this is one recipe if San Juan wants to sustain this. One stop and then the quick attack on the other end.
His free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Mike Malonzo recall playing basketball here in high school in this very same gym. He studied high school before joining National University.
Right.
Dito lang sa San Fernando. Grew up in Mexico, Pampanga. So si Mike Malonzo misses the 2 free throws. 16-10. 4.5 minutes remaining. Ancho Serrano with a finger roll. That's a miss. Baltasar could not get that one to drop. Panganiban, Gamboa is on the move. Gamboa, the sidestep. Oh, look at the defense of Pampanga on that transition play. Encho, down the middle. Garcia trying to find Baltasar. Serrano comes away with it. No. And Ugnaatan with a rebound. Look at all these athletes on the floor, Christian Luanzon.
Including Papa Ray.
Wamar, the bump in the basket. Orlan Wamar has taken over game 2.
Now Orlan Wamar has another thing in mind. He doesn't want to go home empty-handed. The right mindset, quick attack. 13 points already in the first quarter.
That play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki and Orlan Wamar. Oh, wow. The big players show up for the big games. And that's what Orlan Wamar is doing at the moment. Has already surpassed his output from game 1. Completes the 3-point play. Now has 14 in the contest. And Raymond Benuya has come in. Oh, that's off Archie Concepcion. Another terrific play from Orlan Wamar.
Excellent hands right there on that dribble handoff as they were looking to set up their play. Now let's see if Benuya, can be consistent of being a game changer inside, and he does it, in his own way by being a pest on defense.
Nice backdoor here. Wamar trying to find 𝗓𝗓𝗓. Natapik ni Serrano. Ends up with Concepcion. Concepcion slips, recovers. Wide open for 3. It's good. And Coach Senator Jinggoy Estrada knew it. As soon as it left Concepcion's hands, alam niya may problema. A little over 3 minutes remaining sa ating first quarter. Papa Ray open. Dribbled off his foot. Serrano to Baltasar. Balti! Basket plus the foul. Check out this fast break of the game brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL.
Well,
Win to the max.
Turnovers killing San Juan. They did a good job the first 6.5 minutes, committing only 2 turnovers. But in the last minute, dalawang sunod na turnover leading to 5 quick points on the other end. The 3 by Concepcion, the end 1 by Baltasar. Lead trimmed down to 4.
Orlan Wamar gets a breather. AJ Miranda is now in the game. Galinato will drive. Nahanap si 𝗓𝗓𝗓. Jumper too strong. That's a foul on Archie.
Right. Sa mga bagong pasok, as 𝗓𝗓𝗓 takes his first shot of the game on that open short corner in the left. Zach Juan, as expected, underneath, trying to get the board. Hindi man niya nakuha, pero nakakuha siya ng foul. Dalawang free throw para sa kanya.
Both teams already over the limit in this first quarter.
San Juan already 1 for 3, and nabanggit ko yan because alam naman natin, lalong-lalo na sa mga fans ng San Juan, isa sa pinakaayaw, if not yung pinakaayaw ni Coach Sen Jinggoy are missed free throws. And they missed 11 free throws in the last game. They were 10 of 21. They missed the last 2 with Gamboa. Bumawi si Juan, 2 of 2 ngayon.
Aside from crafting loss, okay, yun yung nagbibigay sa kanya ng stress.
Correct.
Yung free throws na San Juan. Benuya, labas kay Serrano. Encho got the step. Miranda recovers. And comes up with a defensive play. 𝗓𝗓𝗓 is off and running. But the pass was too strong from Zach Wong.
Had the right idea in mind. Hindi lang ma-execute yung outlet pass.
And Assistant Coach Nani Pundulan liked that. Inside, Brandon Ramirez for 2. Great pass from Justin Baltasar.
And that's poor execution defensively of sending the double. Dahil masyado pang mataas si Justin Baltasar. He just looked over his shoulder. And it was an easy pass underneath. to Brandon Ramirez.
Gnatan against Brandon Ramirez. Reynald, the runner. No. Serrano. Tapped by Miranda. No good. Baltazar cleans it up. Lead is down to 2 from as high as 9.
And that's the luxury of having a Justin Baltazar. Hindi mo lang makukuha yung aggressiveness niya in the half court of getting those misses, but also in transition.
Miranda for 3. No. Serrano with a rebound. Chance to tie or take the lead for Pampanga. It's a 9-2 response. Here's Balti, the mid-range jumper, won't go. Zach Wang secures the rebound for San Juan.
A better job of getting the hands out of Encho Serrano in that two-man game. They force a miss eventually from Pampanga.
Galinato fires too strong. Ramirez taps it only to Miranda. 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Miranda on the move. Zach Wang, short rebound to Justin Baltazar.
They can go for a 2-for-1 here.
And that's what Balti intends to do here. Baltazar able to get a shot off. Ramirez forcing it. No good. Another rebound for Baltazar. Gets trapped. Naago ni Miranda. Shot clock is off. San Juan can go for the last shot here. Zach Wang against Binuya. The mismatch down low. Labas kay Gnatan. Gnatan drives. Reynald short. And a foul on Zach Wang. That will mean free throws for Brandon Ramirez.
Poor job by San Juan clock management because they had a chance to go for the last shot. Pero yun nga, no, dahil masyadong maaga yung kanilang atake, nakuha yung defensive rebound at penalty na. You cannot compound one mistake after another, and that's what happened. Para sa San Juan, magkakaroon pa ng pagkakataon itong Pampanga to tie the score as Ramirez hits the first free throw.
And Brandon Ramirez up to 3 points. Owner A.G. Gonzalez. Misses the second. Wang with the rebound. Miranda. What a first quarter with the ball ending up in the hands of Christian Juanson.
Is that a sign?
It might be. It might be. It's 21-20 after an action-packed first 10 minutes. Orlan Wamar, 14 points on 5 of 6 shooting, including 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Wamar, as we mentioned, San Juan's season is on the line tonight. And their captain and their leader looking to extend the series to a game 3. And in the first period, San Juan up by 1 against Pampanga. So before the game, my partner, Christian Juanson, gave out these important reminders for the San Juan Knights. First one, Maikes and Calisan must be present. Number 2, force Pampanga to miss outside shots. And number 3, control the paint. What do you make of that so far in this ballgame?
Well, you know, so far we saw Maikes made his first basket. He only made 2 points in the first game, so that's a good sign because, you know, if San Juan wants to get the chance to extend those two, they gotta have at least, you know, 20 points, 10 rebounds, even though that's a combined one. If it's a single performance, mas maganda because both of them, you know, shot the ball
You know, 5 for 15, a combined 10 points para sa dalawang yon. You gotta match or at least be close to itong front line nitong Pampanga. And second, the outside shots. Because itong Pampanga in the second half made 7 3-pointers, total of 8 for the game. To me, that set the tone for them, a lot of which came from Archie Concepcion, who was 4 of 8 from downtown. And then, you know, the points in the paint. Yeah, that's one thing that they have to continue to do, because they were able to win that department 48-44 in the first game. As what a start for San Juan after that momentum shifted towards the end of that first quarter to Pampanga, 4-0.
And all inside the paint as well. 25-20, Archie Concepcion short on the 3.
Might have been partially blocked there by Zach Juan. Here's the transition once again. Galinato in the game, who was a DNP in the first game. So 2 players na hindi naglaro nung first game. Binunot na no, ni Coach Jinggoy, si Gamboa na nagsimula, Galinato ngayong second quarter.
And also for Pampanga, Joshua De La Cruz, young big man right there. Concepcion, Miranda is in the way. De La Cruz, the one-hander. No, rebound is Zach Wang. Jeff Viernes and MJ Garcia set to check in for Pampanga. The next dead ball, Galinato again against Benuya. Drop pass, 𝗓𝗓𝗓, nice fake. No finish again for 𝗓𝗓𝗓. He's 0 for 3.
He has to finish that, because that was a nice setup done on the post by John Galinato. On that drop step, able to force another defender. 𝗓𝗓𝗓, though, not able to finish.
Papa Ray with a steal ahead to Zach Wang. Wang leaves it to Miranda. And AJ Miranda scores his 4th point. And San Juan back in front by 7.
Game plan of San Juan on point. First, aside from Wamar starting, nakita niyo yung mga highlights before the end of the first quarter. They were intentional of really setting him up, double drag screens, screens off ball, and then pushing in transition. Another stop for San Juan off a turnover. Galinato with a jumper.
No good on that one. There's a push on Encho Serrano. And how Pampanga manages yung mga ganitong rough patches in the game will be key for them. This assist of the game ay inhandog ng MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. And the Giant Lanterns sue for time. San Juan extends the lead to 7 with 7:23 remaining in the first half. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the MPBL North Division Finals, Game 2. Dito sa MPBL Convention Center. Christian Luanzon, Pampanga Giant Lanterns naman ang pag-usapan natin.
To dominate the boards. And so far, they have not yet done this. The boards at this point, 16-all. So obviously, that's good for San Juan, not good for Pampanga. Limit San Juan's transition game. Pinag-uusapan natin to, no? Na talagang inimpose nitong coaching staff ng San Juan. They want to speed the game up. The only way to make that happen is to control the boards, which they did. Yun yung epekto. And keep their turnovers low. 4 turnovers only for San Juan. Bakit only? Kasi 7 na itong Pampanga. Kaya lamang ngayon ng 7 ang San Juan. And so far, has been controlling the pace of this game.
That's a foul on AJ Miranda.
He's asking for a review, and if I'm San Juan, I'm not reviewing this kahit na tama siya, because you want to save that challenge. Baka kailanganin mo yan sa dulo, because remember, gumamit na sila ng isa.
That's true. Garcia and Joe Gomez Del Llano is in the game. Medyo lagpas ang pasan, recovered by Joe. Gets it to Balti up against Reynel 𝗡𝗢𝗏. Baltasar for 3. Battle for the rebound. Ends up with Jeff Viernes. And he puts it in for 2.
Something that we don't see Jeff Viernes does though is he usually scores off a transition or a catch and shoot 3. At that time, off the offensive rebound and the stick back.
Eh, kausap ko nga si Jeff Viernes before the game and sabi niya, "No, pare, ano na talaga eh. Kung ano lang kailangan sa akin. I'm willing to do anything for this team."
Well, yun naman kasi yung hinihingi rin sa kanya anytime you transfer into a championship or a contending team like Pampanga, sakripisyo talaga ang hihingin sa'yo.
Inside, Joe Gomez de Llano puts it in.
Well, just like this guy, Joe Gomez de Llano, because when he was with his former team, Marikina, he could easily put up 20 minutes of play, 15 points, a few highlights. Here, a lot of DNPs, but he's getting the opportunity tonight.
Viernes for 3. That won't go. Reynel 𝗡𝗢𝗏 with a rebound. Norlan Wamar is at the scorer's table. Babalik na siya in the next dead ball, probably for Galinato. Miranda goes to 𝗡𝗢𝗏𝗏. 𝗡𝗢𝗏𝗏 loses his headband. I think he got hit in the eye, but Papa Ray able to score.
Yeah, 5-on-4 ngayon. Bumagsak siya. Baltasar with a sidestep.
He's got something in his eye. Medyo halatang tanamaan talaga. Galinato with a jumper.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot.
It triggers the fast break here for Pampanga. Foul on Miranda.
Not a good shot, and I thought San Juan in that transition had a good chance to get a stop still. That was 2 versus 3. This was...
Got hit in the eye there.
Oh, the amazing shot by Reynel 𝗡𝗢𝗏𝗏.
Nakapikit.
Doing it with his off hand and closing his eyes a la Jordan. Using the glass. Pahiga pa.
Oo, ito si Papa Ray, hindi rin nagagalit to masyado eh. Pero alam mong he has a case there.
Right.
Tsaka nung in-acknowledge siya ng referee, sige, okay na ako. Okay na. Kahit alam niya ganun na eh. In-acknowledge na siya eh. So okay na. He gets a breathe. It looks like si 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 ang papalitan ni Dexter Maiquez. (29-25). Panganiban is back in the ball game. Kenneth Villapando is in the game as well. Panganiban. Max Villapando. Now Orlan Wamar. Nakatanggap ng bola. 8 seconds in the shot clock. Orlan. MJ Garcia ang nakabantay. It's a push on Viernes.
Right. Unnecessary, really. Shot clock. Less than 5. I thought they did a good job of in their rotations defending multiple ball screens on the first and second action from right to left, drag and double drag. But because of that foul, reset to 14.
4-point game. Panganiban against Viernes. Nico. It's a kick ball. Shot clock reset to 14.
Now, Panganiban is one guy who, forget about scoring, who has yet to attempt a basket. One of 4 players who scored in double figures in the last game. Orlan Wamar.
First miss from beyond the arc. Maiquez is clobbered. Joe Gomez de Llano travel.
And that's what I meant in the last transition when Joe was attacking. Especially for a player who doesn't see much action. You want to challenge yung mga ganyang players if they could finish under the light, under yung pressure. He was bailed out the last time. The second time, San Juan adjusting and not fouling.
Maiquez wants a clear out. Look at the long arms of Justin Baltasar.
And at the same time, I thought that's the second time already, Sidel, kung saan masyadong maaga yung mga kick-out passes. The first time was with Zach Wang late in the first quarter. Yung kick-out niya kay 𝗢𝗏𝗓𝗏 to the right wing. This time, it happened on the other side of the floor. You got to create an advantage first on the post, force the defense. The post, alley-oop.
Not a play from San Juan. Mike Malonzo with a finish up top.
Now that time on the out-of-bounds side. A simple low to the right side and a back pick on the other side. Wamar to Malonzo.
31-25. Ramirez blocked by Malonzo. MJ Garcia with a steal. Nahanap si Ramirez. Finds Garcia again. It's been a scramble here. Baltasar for three, no good. What a way for San Juan to neutralize Pampanga here. Panganiban for three, too strong. Maikes recovers. Binigay kay Papa Ray. Takes one dribble and fires. Still no go. Viernes with a rebound. Takbong Pampanga. Jeff. Sidestep three. Wala. And rebound Malonzo. Quickly to Papa Ray and 𝗢𝗏𝗏 will score on the break.
Now, how about Reynel 𝗢𝗏𝗏 already with 4 points after missing a three? He was 4 of 5 from downtown in the last game. After the stop, the first guy in transition to score that one.
And Papa Ray has joined the track meet.
Right. Pero nagpapasab na siya ngayon. Rightfully so, and deservingly so, right there. Ito yung play that happened in the strong side of that action, but on the weak side, the back pick of Reynel 𝗢𝗏𝗏 was an underrated screener. Has always known to be not only an outstanding ball handler and a smart player, excellent screener as well. Parang Swiss na yan si Kuya Reynel.
Kurt Grayson scoring this quarter, 12 for San Juan, only 5 for Pampanga. Archie Concepcion. Nabitawan ng bola. And that's a foul on Orlan Wamar. A bailout call for Archie Concepcion.
It was, and you know, he might have gotten all ball, but if you're Orlan Wamar, dying seconds and not having control of the basketball, just gotta put your hands up. Tinamaan talaga, right elbow.
And Archie Concepcion finished with 18 in game 1. Came alive in the second half. Has 4 so far. And as we mentioned, you know, in our pre-game, he let the game come to him in game 1.
Right.
Ito ngayon, parang siya na yung inahanap niya ngayon eh. You feel like he's trying to force things a little bit.
Only in that last possession. But, you know, si Archie, tingnan natin kung yung rhythm niya, mapipick up niya after hitting those 2 free throws.
33-27. Gamboa, jumper. Baltasar with a rebound. Grayson, muntik na mabitawan ng bola. Waits for Archie. Archie launches. No good, but look at Baltasar! Towering above everyone else. Justin Baltasar. Already with 8 boards and 8 points.
Is that still a surprise to us? I'm not sure kung ano personalidad nito si Baltasar, but he could be the king of knock-knock jokes, the way he gets the offensive rebounds. Who's there on the offensive rebound? It's me, Balti. Hello.
This rebound of the game is brought to you by the MPBL 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. This fan of the game is brought to you by Jinky Skin. That's Madam Board Member Mika Gonzalez, daughter of Congressman Aurelio Don Gonzalez. Good evening po, ma'am. Thank you for hosting us here in San Fernando, Pampanga. Game 2 ng inyong North Division Finals. 33-29, 4-point lead for the visitors, San Juan Knights. Kurt Rayson. Ball poked away by Orlan Wamar, who's had an all-action performance in the first half.
This time on the defensive end as he was beat, applying full court pressure, but from behind as he was trying to recover. Natapik yung bola. Ball remained sa Lanterns.
Kay Enzo Serrano ang bola. Against Panganiban. Serrano drives, trying to find Baltasar. Good challenge by San Juan.
Excellent ball pressure by Panganiban up top. And he will get the finish on the other end after working so hard and forcing the turnover. You could see kay Panganiban, as soon as Serrano got the basketball on the out-of-bounds underplay, he stick to him like glue.
Rayson, they get the switch. Rayson inside to Balti. Wamar is there.
Pero kita mo, no, ang ganda ng collapsing defense ng San Juan. So good that Orlan Wamar was a part of that. Yung action underneath, and they force another turnover para sa Pampanga. This is turnover number 9 forced by San Juan.
Doing it on both ends of the floor, Orlan Wamar. 6 turnovers for San Juan, 9 for Pampanga, as we mentioned. Panganiban on the drive against Serrano. 4 quick points para kay Nico Panganiban. One guy you mentioned who needs to have a big game today.
He does, aside from si 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗛 𝗚𝗢𝗏 and Panganiban, finished in double figures. 8 though was in the 4th quarter. 4 quick ones the last 2, and Baltasar.
The saving grace of Pampanga, Justin Baltasar, when all else fails, he is going to be there to bail them out.
If you played Monopoly, this is one player who always has that get out of jail card, who bails his team out in moments, lalong-lalo na pag yung momentum wala sa kanila. Biglang sumisipot na lang ito si Justin Baltasar and takes advantage of those get out of jail cards.
37-32 as we head into this timeout. This timeout is brought to you by the MPBL 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino, San Juan, with a 5-point lead with 33 seconds remaining in the second period. Huge crowd inside the MPBL Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Ano po pinaglalabanan ng mga teams natin ngayon? Not only the North Division Trophy, it's also a trip to Dubai for our 2024 MPBL National Finals. December 1 ang Game 1, December 3 ang Game 2. And we look at the Gonzalez clan there, Councilor Brenzy Gonzalez, and of course Mika Gonzalez, our board member, and syempre ang ating VIPs, Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, our Executive Officer Joe Ramos, our Head of Operations, Emma Ureta, Security Chief Rudy Distrito, and of course Boss Dennis Abella in the building. 5-point lead for the San Juan Knights. 10-second differential game clock and shot clock here in the second period.
Well, let's see, if San Juan can convert on this one, because there's a little bit shift of momentum, or a halt yung basket ni Baltasar. Tingnan natin if they could feel good about themselves heading into halftime. I don't think so. turnover.
7 turnovers for San Juan. Encho Serrano, pinapahirapan ni Panganiban. Encho gets away. That's an offensive foul.
What an outstanding adjustment on the part of San Juan and for Panganiban. This was, to me, the #1 problem of guarding Encho Serrano. Whether one-on-one or ball screen situations, the only way to counter that, put a lot of pressure and make life harder para sa kanya. The last one forcing another turnover on the offensive foul, still with 2.6 remaining.
And Panganiban still down on the floor after that offensive foul, and it looks like we are going to take a break. We will be right back after this timeout.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
.6 seconds remaining in the second period. San Juan up by 5. And they will have possession. Pampanga has a couple of fouls to give. Just one, by the way. Medyo kulang ang graphic natin ng isa. Macy Soberano has been inserted into the ball game.
Also, itong si homegrown na si Martin Gozum for defensive purposes. Possibly to give up a foul. The last thing that you want here, though, is when you give it up, hindi siya act of shooting.
Gamboa able to receive. Oh!
Just when I say that.
It is. It looks like that will be 3 free throws.
Right. Hindi na dapat hinabol yun. Masyado na siyang malayo.
It's a great play right here.
Excellent presence of mind by Gamboa, as that play was designed for Orlan Mamar. Yung tao niya sumama kay Orlan Mamar as he gave that screen.
Still have 1/10 of a second remaining. Muntik pa pumasok.
Right. Mabigat yun kasi 3 free throws. And then obviously San Juan, chance to extend to possibly 8 heading into halftime.
Number 21, Martin Gozum, his first foul. Official time remaining in the second quarter is 0.8 of a second.
It's 3 free throws.
Yeah. So 0.8 of a second remaining. Kaya binalik. It's not even an issue if he got it off in time.
Right.
Marvin Gamboa, whose dad Arnold was a veteran of the first regional-based league in the country, in the
Tama
NBA.
mo na yung uncle niya, si Alan din.
Oo. Iloilo si Alan. Si Arnold Cebu. And we also, I think, you know, one of the players na nakita ko rin dito kanina helping the guys in for Pampanga warm up, Billy Bansil.
Yeah, my former teammate.
Pampanga Dragons.
Yeah.
Billy Bansil.
Hindi kami nagkampi sa Dragons, ha?
5 points. Now, they want a foul on 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛, but
it was after. I don't. There was certainly contact. The block happened first. the contact after.
And there was no call actually.
Walang tawag din. Oo. 0.8 seconds na lang yun eh. So pagkatira niya, napalpal. Ito, makikita natin, oh. Ayan yung tira. Ayan yung palpal. Oh.
They
may have a case. The thing is, walang tinawag.
Oo.
Yeah. 0.3 kung di ako nagkakamali when that contact happened.
But the referees did not blow the whistle. That's the difference there.
And here's the thing, because part of the, correct me if I'm wrong, Sidel, part of the adjustments that the league made is making calls even if it's not called during the season. Pag
Yeah.
nakita sa replay.
Yeah, but that will end us here in the first half. 39-32. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. We'll be right back.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way over and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he fires the straight left hand. And there's the punching now. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
where you can win a brand new Suzuki Avenue motorcycle. Talagang ma-enjoy na sa game. May pagkakataon mga manalo. Basta ka ba? Ito na yan sa inyo na Biga MPBL. At syempre, kasama natin yung Suzuki, the official motorcycle partner. We got 3 contestants. At dami niyo pong nanalo at mga trending. Nanalo po na ating brand new Suzuki Avenue motorcycle. Tingnan natin ngayong gabi. Kung may maswerte sa natandaan yung mga contestants. Malaman tayo mga parang dyan! Juan! Put your hands together! Unahin natin si Ian Mendoza. Ito, taga-Kapatid, Pampanga. Huwag natin lang Ian Mendoza. Napapanood si Ian. Tingnan natin! Kinapos, starting from joining. Next up si Fernando Mama from San Fernando, Pampanga. Fernando Mama, maraming ang fans. Sa'yo! Pwede pumelo. Huwag natin lang. Fernando Mama, whenever you're ready. Tingnan natin. Fernando Mama, let's ride! Last but not least, si Renzi Pasco. Mula rin sa San Fernando, Pampanga. Pacheck Mono. Renzi Pasco, mahina sa mataas. Tingnan natin, Renzi Pasco.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Halftime here at the 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗛 Convention Center, Game 2 of your North Division Finals. The San Juan Knights, the top seed, are on top, 39-32 against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, and San Juan, taking the game to Pampanga early on, dictating the play, and right now holding on to a 7-point advantage after 2 quarters.
No, it was the 𝗓𝗏𝗏 show, plain and simple. We talked about them off the air and also in the pregame of his role to this team. He's their most valuable player. He's been their most valuable player all throughout the season, their most clutch player, and he set the tone big time for them. Now 14 points, 71% shooting, 5 of 7. So it was a conscious effort on their part, not only to start him as he came off the bench for the most part of this season, even in Game 1 and all throughout the playoffs, but they were intentional of looking for him, setting him up on drag screens, double drags, or off-ball actions. Also, a big part of it was their defense. We talked about Pampanga's dominance of the boards. That has not been the case. Credit San Juan because the boards has been close. Only -4 for them. And because of that, they were able to run in transition and get easy baskets on the other end. Those are big 5 points for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, who was a DNP in the last game. The quick 4 points by Panganiban, as you saw. And, Justin Baltasar, their bailout card, bailing them out. His baskets were just at the rightful moments. Were in momentum nasa San Juan. He would have an offensive rebound, a stick back, and Kurt Rayson, those quick 8 points, matching up that duel against Wamar in the first half. But this is only a 7-point lead for San Juan. The first 10 minutes of the third quarter, to me, if they could extend this lead, maybe double it to 15, they'll be in a good spot. As you see, the coach's corner na ginawa natin, Maykes and 𝗏𝗢𝗏𝗏 has yet to be present. But because of Wamar's 14 big points, also the 5 points by 𝗏𝗏𝗏, filling those two in terms of the numbers and forcing Pampanga to miss outside shots. This is one thing we talked about. They made 8 3-pointers in the first game, only 3 so far in this game. But remember, Sidef, they only made 1 in the first half of Game 1, and then 7 the second half. And let's see if that's the case still here in the second half, and controlling the paint. This is one thing that San Juan able to match up, the points in paint in spite of San Juan's, Pampanga's height advantage, obviously, with Baltasar and the other bigs. So far, it's been San Juan 20-16. And for Pampanga, lahat X. Kumbaga sa tic-tac-toe, nakumpleto nila eh. Dominate the boards. Again, only 27-23. We've seen them dominate the boards the whole season, kahit na sa first half pa lamang. In Game 1, for example, they were +11 already. Limit San Juan's transition game. That has not been the case because San Juan, because of the defensive rebounding, they had 16, able to get in transition, force turnovers, and get a lot of easy score habang si Baltasar nasa ilalim pa. And also the last part, that was an X also for Pampanga.
Well, usually ang nangyayari dito in the elimination round, they get bailed out if Balti plays well and one other complementary player does pretty well.
Right.
In
Right.
game 1, they had 4. And, you know,
Tama.
they beat the San Juan in game 1 by 7.
Tama ka dyan, no?
And, you know, if Balti and one other player, you know, comes up with a big game, I don't think that would be enough.
Right. And,
If you beat San Juan.
yeah, that's because, to your point, Encho Serrano, 9 points in that first half in game 1. MJ Garcia had 8 points in the first quarter of game 1. Now, picking up the slack was Kurt Rayson with his own 8 points. Pero si Archie Concepcion, Serrano, and Garcia, 3 out of the 4 a no-show nung first half, at least compared to game 1. So, it's yung checklist ng San Juan nandun. Makikita mo, nasa game plan nila eh. Yung ball screen action, kung saan pinatay sila ni Serrano nung first half, you know, applying ball pressure, you know, kay Serrano, forcing him into turnovers was evident. I think the big question is, can they sustain that? The question for Pampanga also, ano maging adjustment nila?
That's true. And right now, Pampanga, a little change in the starting lineup for the third period.
Tatlo ang binago.
The champion for versus challenger ang tema ng ating North Division Finals. Justin Baltasar, MJ Garcia, Raymond Binuya, Jamo Iguilos, and Archie Concepcion. So Encho Serrano and MJ Garcia still scoreless in this ball game. Sa kabilang panig naman, Nico Panganiban, Orlan Wamar, Arvin Gamboa, Dexter Marquez, and Mike Malonzo ang magsisimula.
We have a referee substitution. Referee Maynard Centeno for referee John.
We have a referee substitution. Maynard Centeno comes in. Third quarter here at the MPBL Convention Center underway. Punong-puno po tayo. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsuporta at pagsubaybay sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is Game 2 of your North Division Finals. My name is 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 working alongside Christian Juanzon and Mika Abisamis. Archie Concepcion. Great defense by Wamar. Binuya has to fire. No good. Rebound, MJ Garcia. Short, and Balti with a putback. 13 points and 12 rebounds para kay Justin Baltasar.
Excellent defensive possession para San Juan. The problem was they couldn't gather the defensive rebound, and it doesn't stop while forcing a miss. Kailangan makuha niyo yung rebound. 2 chances para sa Pampanga and 2 quick offensive boards sa unang possession pa lamang.
Wamar, free throw line jumper is good.
Alam mo, kailangan bigyan ng Pampanga to ng Kapampangan ice cream. Masyadong mainit. Ito si Wamar picking up where he left off. 17 points already.
Sisig eh. Parang sisig.
16 already. Sizzling eh, no?
41 to 34. Archie. 6 on the shot clock. Concepcion loses it to Gamboa. Wamar. Good tap. Binuya with the steal. Binigay kay MJ Garcia. Pampanga will set things up. They go down low to Iguilos, imposing his will underneath. First basket para kay Jamo Iguilos. It trims the deficit to 5.
Ganda ng entry pass no Marquez on the weak side. Masyado siyang busy. Makipagpisigalan kay Baltasar. Hindi niya alam. Palapit na yung bola sa kanya. Nakashoot tuloy. Ito si Iguilos. Pero isa pang nakashoot. Ang ganda ng drive baseline. Itong si Panganiban. 6 na puntos na para sa kanya.
He's had a stellar game on both ends of the floor. Ito si Nico Panganiban. Garcia stepped on the line.
Yeah.
Let's check out this play of the game brought to you by Suzuki. Nico Panganiban with a blow-by and not even the help from Baltasar and Iguilos could prevent him from scoring the 2 points there. 43 40-36. San Juan's lead at 7. They led by as many as 9 in the first half. Panganiban
Trying to fish for a foul.
yeah, got bumped pero no call. Raymond Binuya. Labas kay Concepcion. Now with Balti. Balti attacks left. Baltasar misses the layup. That last touch on Mike Malonzo.
Balti right there with a deceptive move. He sold his eyes heading into that dribble handoff on the right side and then shifted with a crossover. Almost finished that one. Ball will remain sa Pampanga. That's amazing to me. You're talking about the 6'7" guy with handles.
Raymond Binuya, baba sila kay Jamo Igilos against Gamboa. A lot of action off the ball. That's a foul on Marquez. That's number 3 on Dexter.
Sumesenyas na siya sa bench dahil nga pangatlo niya. Okay pa raw siya pero hindi kumbinsido si Sen Jinggoy. Coach Sen, papasok si Papa Ray.
Meanwhile, our Mika Abisamis has a report.
Kinausap ng Masensina ni Coach Gov 𝗡𝗢𝗓𝗓 ang kanyang guards. Ang problema daw kasi, nawawalan sila ng loob dahil sa pressure at defense. So ang nangyayari, nadadamay daw ang energy ng front line. Sabi ni MJ Garcia, ang dami daw kasing surprise screens ng San Juan kaya nalilibre si Wamar. So let's see how that conversation will affect this second half. So Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. As Archie Concepcion knocks down the 3 and it's that energy na hinahanap mo. Yun, bibigyan ka ng ganun pag nakashoot si Archie Concepcion.
Tama, no? And nag-set up doon. Kaya si MJ Garcia with a strong drive and a kick out. Poposte si Panganiban.
Panganiban using the left hand.
What a move. Spin to the baseline and a small side step back to the middle, finishing with the offhand.
Concepcion.
Sinusubukan mong gayahin, parang nalayo
Ano na naman? Binuya is blocked. Binuya gets it back, trying to bank that one in, no good. Igilos, still no go. And Binuya wins the offensive rebound. Concepcion to Garcia. MJ attacks, and he is fouled.
Well, we talked about San Juan keeping it close on the boards, but giving up 4 offensive rebounds already. Dito, wala pa tayo sa kalahati ng quarter na to. Ito yung magandang drive and kick. Masyado ng malalim, the kick out, the recover, pero walang problema. Naipasok yun ni Concepcion, and the quick move to the baseline. Sweet move by Panganiban.
And we have Mika Abisamis back for another report.
MJ Garcia turns 26 on November 25. Dubai would be the perfect gift because his father, Julius Garcia, is working there as a cargo truck driver. They haven't seen each other for a year now. Karamihan daw ng alam niya sa basketball nakuha niya sa kanyang ama who was a shooting guard himself. Speaking of basketball knowledge for the series, MJ was personally asked by Gov 𝗡𝗢𝗓𝗓 to start orchestrating his system with maturity. So ginawa daw niya before this game was watch videos of his MPBL idols JC Marcelino, Orlin Romar, Hesed Gabo, and Jeff Viernes in the hopes of getting better at his job. So Delvin, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And what a story that would be if MJ Garcia is able to help Pampanga reach the national finals, a reunion. That would be a beautiful reunion.
It would be.
Father and son.
As you see, yung action sa ilalim, hugnatan ng Baltasar, and an excellent report, obviously. And naririnig ko na sa background yung kanta ng Peaches and Herbs, yung Reunited, and it feels so good.
Meanwhile, may special guest tayo dito.
Reunited ba ka mo? Reunited sa kanyang dating koponan.
Oo.
Champion. Diba? Champion yan. Nandiyan yung pangalan niya sa banner.
2023 MPBL champion Arwin Santos.
Ayan sinabi ko na lang
wife Yvette in the building.
Sinabi ko na lang hindi ko na kinanta.
Buti naman. Archie launches the 3. Good! Here we go. Pampanga led by Archie Concepcion, finding their range here in the third. Panganiban, aatake uli, blocked by Igilos. Archie Concepcion on the move. Gets it to Serrano. Nencho. They want to go down low. There's a mismatch. Igilos just flipped it up and in. And Jamo Igilos. It's a 1-point game. San Juan sues for time as the 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 Convention Center is rocking at the moment.
Well, look at this three-pointer. Hand in his face, about 5 feet away, and able to knock it down. And this was the seal and the height advantage. Too small though is Panganiban, as sabi mo, I just flipped it up and in. Momentum shifter. Oh.
This time out is brought to you by the MPBL 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino. We will be right back. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avennis, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avennis, oras na para magmotor. Game 2 of your North Division Finals dito sa 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 Convention Center. Check out this matchup. In Game 1, Archie Concepcion obviously getting the better of that matchup. 18 points compared to 12 of Nico Panganiban. But both players playing solid roles so far dito sa kanilang respective teams.
Now, both players also in that game coming to life in the second half. Panganiban, 7 of his 12 points in the fourth quarter. Archie Concepcion, 16 of his 18 points in the second half. And siya ulit ang bumubuhay dito sa Pampanga in the third quarter with those back-to-back threes. Kita nyo naman, 6 of 12 field goals. A big part of that si Archie. And nalalamig na ng konti. Ito si Orlan Wamar.
Wamar. Go to Ugnatan against Igilos. Capare inside the paint. Oh, Reynel Ugnatan. Keeping it simple.
Akala ko ba walang pasok ngayon? Di ba nag-announce?
Wala nga.
They brought him to school though. There's a post move na yun. Ito si Ugnatan kay Igilos.
Balti. Banging bodies with Papa Ray. The kick out to Concepcion. Drive. Foul on AJ Miranda. This is a problem when Archie Concepcion starts hitting from outside. But eto nga. Class in session. Reynel Ugnatan. Night class
No.
Night school.
Tama. Ito si Papa Ray, no?
May klase kasi yung kanina yung sa pang-umaga, wala eh. Kasi
Wala.
may bagyo. May may bagyo. So ngayon, ngayong gabi, pwede.
Kaya nga hindi ko tuloy yung kanta ko kanina as Archie Concepcion misses his first free throw.
Archie Concepcion, as we mentioned, when he starts hitting, and alam natin kung gaano siya kadiin when he puts the ball on the floor and he drives and attacks the basket.
Sobrang diin.
Kaya, most likely makakuha talaga siya ng foul as he splits his foul shots 49-47. 2-point game. Igilos gets a breather. Pasok si Brandon Ramirez. 3:45 remaining. In the third quarter, here's AJ Miranda. Binigay kay Wamar. Wamar goes to Calisaan. The extra pass. Miranda for 3. It's good.
Excellent extra pass by Calisaan, but that play was really created on the other side by Orlan Wamar.
Baltasar wants it. Goes Ugnatan. Balti settles for the outside shot. No good. San Juan on the run again. Orlan Lamar, offensive foul.
That is worth another look.
I think so.
Yeah, that's worth another look. And I can understand the sentiments of San Juan because momentum slowly shifting back to them after that Miranda 3.
His coach's challenge is brought to you by the MPBL party list, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. We will be right back.
The challenge of San Juan Knights was successful. The last call will overturn basketball count.
So the challenge is successful for San Juan as Orlan Lamar scores right here.
Yeah, that is marginal contact. That's why I was surprised with the call also. Just like how San Juan was.
And it's overturned as well.
So
that will mean a possible three-point play.
Three-point play.
So a big call with 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in the third.
That adds more to the confusion because looking at the replay, I don't think Serrano even fouled Eto'o Lamar.
That's true.
What a strange call.
55-47. San Juan up by 8. Isa na lang yan kanina. Ramirez, they want to go inside. Baltazar, basket plus the foul.
Ano yung kasabihan, Sidel? I'm no believer in luck. But there's a saying that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Alam mo naman
this
yan.
pass right here.
It was the pass to space.
Right. But whether it was intentional or not, what matters is the end result. Nasa lo ni Justin. 3-point play pa.
Warning on San Juan Knights for improper bench decorum.
And the Knights have been warned for improper bench decorum. And Justin Baltazar completes the three-point play. This free throw is brought to you by Shio Appliances sa subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 55-50. San Juan in the lead. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Inside pass taken away by Pampanga. MJ Garcia. Juan, quick hands, steal by Wamar. Orlan, Miranda to Juan, the extra pass and the bucket. 57-50 for San Juan.
So going back to the recipe that allowed them to control the game, forcing turnovers, getting in transition, 4-on-2, easy for Juan.
Archie Concepcion taking over. Draws the foul on Juan. Unable to finish.
Here's the drive by Archie Concepcion. You see on your right side, nagkaroon ng gap because everybody was staying home to their man. The good decision. Beautiful drop and another pass to Zach Huang for the finish. Wamar Miranda to Huang.
And Archie Concepcion, 9 points here in the third.
A little bit of deja vu, no?
Yeah, make that 10.
Archie.
The owner, A.G. Gonzalez, standing up on that Pampanga bench, 57-53. 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Zach Huang and Serrano. Huang kicks it out. Hognatan launches the three. Short. Rebound. Zach Huang short on the layup. Ramirez secures the board for Pampanga. Baltasar inside. He scores. What a pass by MJ Garcia. 55-57. Pampanga within 2. Minute and a half remaining in the third. Miranda goes downhill, natapik. Serrano ends up with a loose ball. Encho, aatake, binigay kay MJ Garcia for the tie. No, the tip-in is good. 57 all. Pampanga's crowd in a frenzy. Miranda against Serrano. Agem loses the handle to Baltasar. Garcia on the run. No! Serrano with a putback. Pampanga in the lead. What a run in the third quarter for the Giant Lanterns. Backed by their sixth man.
Well, it all starts in defense. This time, the on-ball defense forcing the turnover. This was the last one where Garcia missed the gimme, but Encho Serrano trailing right there with the putback. What a run by Pampanga.
This timeout is brought to you by the MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino. Back inside the MPBL Convention Center. Crowd pumped up. Boss Dennis Abella, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Member Oreta, syempre si Boss Joe Ramos in the building. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Boss Robert Kai, syempre of Boracay de la Ia, the Casino Kings, led by Coach Jeremy Lindo. Of course, si Alvin Alday nanonood sa Australia, Max Amonte, John Calios, Coach Amster JK, of course, Jovin Bidic and Mardiano. Syempre, babatiin din natin ang nanay ng ating GP, Ryan Septimo. Ma'am Elisa Septimo, happy 78th birthday.
Ibang klase yung legal labas ni Alday, ha?
Sa Australia.
Australia.
Siyempre. Saan-saan. I think we have a shot clock malfunction, timer malfunction dito sa kabilang side. Trying to sort this one out.
Alcoriza pinasok sa laro. Para sa Pampanga. And you see the crowd here. Sa labas po yan ng gymnasium. Ano yung balita rito? As early as what? 11:30 a.m.?
11:30. More than 3,200 in attendance. Hindi na, nahirapan na po mag-estimate ng crowd dito.
Oo.
And a lot of people still outside enjoying the game. And everyone trying to get their 5 seconds of fame.
Right.
It's a 9-0 run.
I've been outdated sa wrestling, sa professional wrestling. Did I just see somebody do a triple X?
Ira mo yun, Ira mo yun,
Oo, ni Triple H, no?
Oo, grabe. San Juan scoreless in the last minute and 38. And here's the thing, how remarkable this Pampanga run is. They did it in the midst of another San Juan run.
Right. Yeah.
A San Juan counter.
It was not long ago where nakita natin yung 4-on-2 fast break that Zach Huang finished.
And there was a San Juan flurry before this run.
Right. Pero yung flurry nila mabilis din. 7-0.
Looks like we will check on fixing this technical problem. Oh, umokay na. Umokay na. But we will be right back dito sa MPBL Convention Center. The 2024 MPBL National Finals is happening in Dubai. The Al Nasser Sports Club, the Rashid bin Hamdan Indoor Hall. Game 1 po on December 1. Game 2 on December 3. Parehong 7 p.m. ang tip-off, which means 11 p.m. in the Philippines. 59-57. Pampanga in the lead for the first time in Game 2. Orlan Wamar para sa San Juan. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wamar for 3. No. Zach Wong put back. Still no go. Alcoriza comes up with a defensive rebound.
Foul off the ball.
And
it's against San Juan. Hindi maganda yun kasi penalty na sila. I'm curious kung obviously ang final si Ramirez dahil siyang nasa free throw line. Who was the foul on?
The Pampanga 10 of 16 at the line. San Juan 6 of 9. Brandon Ramirez misses the first.
San Juan with 20 seconds remaining. Last shot na dapat ito para sa kanila at malaking bagay ito. If they can make a basket because ang unang possession ng fourth quarter sa San Juan.
It's a 3-point lead for Pampanga. 20 seconds remaining in the third. Galinato on to Hognatan. Now with Wamar. 7 seconds remaining. Fouled by Binuya.
Ang ganda ng foul na yon para sa Pampanga. And they're going to check on this, but I don't think it's going to be more than a regular foul. Because they were very much aware of the fouls to give. And the players responded to it and executed that well. Na bakit ko sinasabi yun? Kasi sometimes, even if you remind the players when they're in that moment, they either foul right away or they wouldn't foul at all.
Tama.
Right? And in that last possession, defensive possession, they waited for the right moment so the clock was milked out, and then as soon as magti-trigger na yung ball screen action sa ibabaw ni Orlan Wamar at ni Raynel Hognatan, that's when Binuya gave up the foul. Wow. It's an unsportsmanlike foul. Tingnan natin.
It's a big call again.
It is a big call. It is a big call. Let's wait for it on the replay. That's an interesting one.
Here it is.
My goodness.
How was that an unsportsmanlike foul?
That should not have been. You know what's worse? Ni-review pa.
To 59, 5.8 seconds remaining in the third. ��𝗜𝗏𝗧𝗛 uses the fake. Wang has time. Zach Wang, no. ��𝗜𝗏𝗧𝗛, still no go for Mike ��𝗜𝗏𝗧𝗛. And that will do it. 3 quarters down in game 2. And it's the Pampanga Giant Lanterns coming alive in the third quarter. Again, a terrific response from the home team. The highlights of the game are brought to you by Simplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. And check out the highlights of that third period. And it was a quarter where San Juan was able to get ahead by 8, and the response for Pampanga closing out the period in style to take a 1-point lead heading into the final quarter.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
This is game 2 of your North Division Finals. For a trip to Dubai in the national finals, ang pinaglalabanan ng Pampanga and San Juan. Game 1 of the national finals happening on December 1. Game 2 happening December 3 at the Al Nasser Club Rashid bin Hamdan Indoor Hall. South Division Finals resume tomorrow. Quezon against Batangas, game 2. Dun sa Batangas City Coliseum, Batangas City can close it out and set up a date, possibly with Pampanga if they win tonight, or kung manalo din ang Batangas bukas. No? Quezon will have a say on that. Fourth quarter underway. Will this be the last quarter of San Juan's season? We will find out. Pampanga exploding for 28 points in the third. Malonzo to Hugnatan, corner 3. Short. Maikes, push shot, no good. Last touch on Concepcion.
Ang dami ng mintis nitong San Juan, no, sa mga second chance opportunities. Dalawa kay Zach Wang late in that third quarter. The last one by my guess. They're gonna need to capitalize on getting those extra possessions.
Orlan Wamar gets away from the D. He gets fouled.
Well, you talk about the best player on the floor, and oftentimes they have to work hard for their shot. That's what happened para kay Orlan Wamar. He was the inbounder on the baseline, and he had to go around the world in their court, from left side all the way to the right, all the way to the basket.
Orlan Wamar, 23 points in the ball game. A very efficient 8 of 12 para kay Orlan. Saving his best for this elimination game for his team.
Not only that, we mentioned in the pregame, he had 5 turnovers in the game. Tatlo doon, tatlong sunod noong first half. Ngayon, dalawa pa lamang siya buong laro.
San Juan has retaken the lead, 61-60. Pressure sa backcourt. MJ Garcia. Bababa ng bola for Pampanga. Concepcion getting the basketball up top. Matched up against Malonzo. Archie, tough shot, no good. Baltasar puts it back in. It's just nice to have that get out of jail card every time when you need it.
Hide his might. Pinakita ni Justin doon.
Malonzo for three. That's a big one from the pride of Mexico, Pampanga.
Oh, what a back-breaking shot. A much-needed shot for San Juan. One of those shots, if San Juan is able to pull this off, pwede mong balikan after the game. Pero ang ganda nung basket na yon ni Encho Serrano all the way to the basket.
They're tied at 64. Panganiban on the move. Steal by Baltasar. Balti running the break. Finds Garcia. MJ fouled by Malonzo. And just how quick the turn of events have been here in this ball game. As we check out this three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Mike Malonzo. The three ball.
Well, I think it's very important for San Juan Sidef that Orlan Wamar on every possession from this point on and until the end of the game na mahawakan niya yung bola. In the last possession, yes, he was denied full court from the inbound pa lang netong si Serrano, but hindi dapat siya makontento of just standing up and spacing out. No? Kaya dire-diretso si Panganiban instead of, setting up and giving the ball to Orlan Wamar. So if I'm Orlan Wamar, I'm getting the basketball no matter what.
0 for 4 so far para kay MJ Garcia.
Ito, tinatawag niya na yung bola.
Serrano nakabantay kay Wamar. Orlan loses the pick. Maikes na libre. Takes a shot fake. Lumapit. Too strong. Rebound ni Igilos. They go quickly to Encho Serrano. Blocked by Hugnatan. Serrano able to bounce that off. Orlan Wamar.
Smart play right there. Not a good decision to attack the break. It looked to me like a 1 versus 3 you see in your screens. 1 dark shirt, 5 white shirts actually. But recovered by Encho Serrano para sa kanila pa rin yung possession.
Serrano stops and hits the three. Too good. Too good on that one.
A good defense by Panganiban. Reject of the ball screen. He was still there, had his 2 hands up. Pero tulad nga na sinabi mo, just too good. Wamar sumagot. Sabi niya, ako rin, mahusay ako si Delph.
Oh my goodness, this ball game. Tied at 67. Stars showing up in the final period. Justin Baltasar flips it up and in. Plus the foul. You just can't deny the greatness of Justin Baltasar.
And because of the outside shooting, everybody's concerned with their man. Justin Baltasar has a lot of space to operate underneath. A classic up and under move right there against a smaller Papa Ray Hugnatan.
Balti looking to complete the three-point play. Short. Agawan sa rebound, ends up with Maikes. Wamar quickly to Malonzo. Malonzo, Wamar, Hugnatan, Maikes, and Panganiban on the floor for San Juan. Orlan Wamar sees a gap in the D, and look at Orlan Wamar stand tall.
Well, you talk about Orlan Wamar. He is a body seeker every time he drives inside the paint. Yung pang 30 puntos niya, inatake niya yung katawan na taller MJ Garcia. Hugnatan forcing the miss kay Baltasar and will force the stop. Sa kanila mapupunta yung bola. Kita mo tong atake na to si Delph. Orlan Wamar. This was the tying 3 yung sagot niya doon sa 3 points ni Encho Serrano. This one, the twist of the ball screen. Yun yung pag-atake sa katawan the MJ Garcia.
What a good jab that
And the
was.
finish.
Wadmar again, mano a mano against Garcia. Now gets away, finds Marquez. Nabitawan ni Dexter. Egilos able to recover. Nakita si Serrano. He'll fire the three. No good. Agawan sa rebound. Ends up with Dexter Marquez. Ganiban looking to push. Nico attacks and scores on the layup. San Juan back on top. 71-69.
San Juan catching a break on the defensive end. Hindi na bumaba sa depensa si Orlan Ramar, but they get the stop and the quick strike by Ganiban. Egilos the cut. Sorry, miss underneath.
Marquez recovers the loose ball. Here comes Orlan Ramar against Concepcion. Napigilan ng drive ni Archie. Now they go to Ganiban.
All the players inside gassed with 5 minutes remaining. Ganiban, this should be a big one. Wala.
Archie Concepcion secures the rebound. Almost halfway through this final period.
You see both teams walking the basketball to the other end of the floor. The last two trips.
Egilos short on the jumper. Ganiban. Atake, blocked by Egilos. And Justin Baltasar.
A lot of huffing and puffing, players holding their knees. Wamar, may sinabi pa kay Baltasar, this was the block by Egilos.
Sabi ni Juan,
Ganiban.
sabi ni Juan, laro tayo. Laro pa tayo, di ba tapos na? Brandon Ramirez back in the ball game. Here's Malonzo. Out to Ganiban. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wants a clear out against Concepcion. Drives baseline. Push on Concepcion.
Had a chance to get to the line after the whistle. Pero baka hindi niya narinig, no, of that drive and pass.
And foul number 3 on Archie. Nathan goes back to the bench. Binalik na si Arvin Gamboa. He's had a stellar game so far, playing both ends. Orlan Ramar against Garcia. Orlan. Wamar fires. Short. Baltasar with a hard-earned rebound. Quickly to Encho Serrano. Serrano will fly. No good. Ramar will slow things down. They double team Ramar. Gamboa. The extra pass. Marquez for 3. But Balti ends up with the ball.
So they forced Omar to give up the basketball at that time. Double teaming him on the ball screen. Left. And to see Marquez wide open. Shots that you have to knock down if you want to force another game.
Concepcion. Atake ni Archie. Tied game again.
Coach, challenge ka sa mga atletang tulad ni Archie. Masyado nang late. Kung masyado nang malalim yung help mo. Wala na magawa si Gamboa doon. What a stretch layup by Archie.
17 points for Concepcion. 10 seconds on the shot clock for San Juan. Ganiban on the move. Pass to MJ Garcia. And Encho Serrano will get the easiest 2 points of the night.
Well, this is an interesting timeout by San Juan because this is their last timeout with still 3 minutes remaining. The pass here by Ganiban directly in the hands of Garcia. Serrano, easiest basket in the game.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL Win to the Max. We will step aside with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Pampanga up by 2. Their player matchup, Panganiban against Concepcion. Nico has 10. Archie has 17.
Another big second half by Archie, duplicating his performance in game 1. 12 points here in the second half.
A little over 3 minutes remaining. San Juan has already called their last timeout. Malonzo against Serrano. Baltasar is there for the help. Gnatan for 3. That won't go. Rebound. Ends up with Justin Baltasar. (73-71). Serrano almost lost the handle. Recovers. Finds Concepcion now with Garcia. MJ, 5 seconds on the shot clock for Pampanga. Baltasar looking for a way through. He finds one. 2 points para kay Justin Baltasar. He's got 24 in the ball game. 4-point lead for Pampanga. 7-14 in the quarter. 4 of 12 for San Juan. The Giant Lanterns on top. Wamar puts it in.
Pampanga telling our officials that illegal goaltending right there. I believe that was Malonzo. We're going to see it once again. Well, this was the drive to the basket, and how about the footwork by Baltasar? Excellent defense right there by Gnatan. Nothing he can do though, and this was the drive from the top of the key by Wamar.
Did he tip that one in?
We couldn't see because our screens, even the big screen is glitching right now. Siguro dahil sa ingay dito, no?
Dahil sa tao, sa dami ng tao. The timeout for Pampanga, they're up by 2.
Nagbabalik tayo muli dito sa Brensguial Convention Center kung saan ang Pampanga lamang 75-73. 2 minutes away of trying to close out the number 1 team this season. Itong San Juan. The last 2 minutes is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Encho Serrano with a drive, a spin. Wala. Panganiban with the rebound. A loose ball. Ang daming tapingan na muna kay Archie Concepcion. May narinig tayong pito. Panganiban just couldn't hold on to the basketball. At then eventually the ball found ito si Archie Concepcion sa ilalim of what was almost a stop para sa San Juan to give themselves a chance to either tie or get the lead on the other end. Ang Pampanga nakuha yung bola. Ito yung nangyari. Panganiban able to control the rebound, but right there as he was trying to get away from the defense, tabigan ng bola napunta kay Archie sa ilalim at yun yung foul. At nagbabalik na muli ang aking kasama na si Mr. Tupas.
Come on, I made a mad sprint.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I've been, you know,
In shape.
in better shape than before. Concepcion at the line. He gets the first one to drop. And every point is welcomed with a loud applause.
Right, and I think with San Juan down right now, especially if Archie makes this a 2-possession ball game, which he does, we would go back to San Juan not having a timeout anymore on their side, while Pampanga still has 2.
77-73. Orlan Wamar finds Reynel Hognatan. This
Short.
is a big... Serrano able to keep that ball. Ramirez will drive, finds Baltasar. There's a double team, and Brendan Ramirez makes it a 6-point lead for Pampanga. 67 seconds remaining.
Is this a turnover?
It looks like it.
Because looking at the reaction by the San Juan Knights, they thought there was a timeout. The thing is, I'm not sure if they're aware. Wala na silang timeout, as we kept on mentioning.
Yeah.
But what a costly turnover that was. And that was really the first unforced by San Juan in this game.
This is what happens. This is what Pampanga makes you do.
Right, and dito rin papasok yung 6-man, which is itong crowd na to.
Yeah. Best record in the league. Number 1 seed in the north.
There's San Juan.
And hindi pa po tapos ang laban natin.
Oh.
But there are some white debris on the floor.
Yeah, confetti.
Don't celebrate too early. Come on now. Medyo maaga
Ito
tayo.
yung nangyari. How about the drop pass
Oo.
by Baltasar?
Yung pasensya.
Oh, pasensya, tiwala. Because we wouldn't mind.
And that's a turnover.
Yun yung turnover. Malonzo, he had a chance. That ball was within reach. He just stopped. And
it's Pampanga ball.
Right. I mean, we wouldn't mind if Baltasar took that shot, a mini jump hook, even though dalawang white shirts nasa harapan niya, he had 2 feet in the paint. Pero yung tiwala, yung poise and composure na pinakita niya on that play of what could have been, or what could be, the nail in the coffin.
(79-73). Coach Nani Pondolan using this lull to map out a play here.
Habang nililinis yung basketball court.
Oo, naging time out na tuloy.
So, ito yung kauna-unahang turnover ng crowd na naging pabor pa sa San Juan because able to draw something without any timeouts. Dahil dun sa mga papel na tinapon sa loob ng court.
What a battle this has been. Game 2 of your North Division Finals. Pampanga has not lost in this venue.
Like forever. Feels like forever.
For more than 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's what the San Juan Knights were facing going into this one. Serrano to inbound. They go to Baltasar. That's last touch on Wamar.
No, they got Baltasar as they switch those screens in that corner. Medyo delikado yun, no? Dahil pwede siyang matrap doon. Tingnan natin ano maging adjustment nila dito sa pagtanggap ng bola.
They double team Garcia. And almost a turnover. Recovered by Baltasar. Steal by Malonzo. Here's Wamar. Nearly lost it. Orlan. Soberano from the corner. That's a three. No. Wamar gets the offensive rebound. He fires a three. Short rebound, Baltasar. Naagaw ni Wamar. No call. And Pampanga is ready to celebrate. 25 seconds remaining. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns are on their way to back-to-back North Division titles. Ramirez puts the icing on the cake. 12 seconds remaining. Pampanga up by 8. MJ Garcia gives up the foul on Malonzo.
And that was a foul for the crowd.
And look how much it means to Encho Serrano. Proud sons of this province, this basketball-loving province. Orlan Wamar misses the three, and Justin Baltasar secures the rebound. And Pampanga is your North Division champion for the second straight season. The Giant Lanterns celebrate on their home floor. And they are headed to the MPBL National Finals in Dubai. Tears of joy for Archie Concepcion, MJ Garcia, Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda going over to his father, the patriarch Juan Pineda, and Nanay Lilia Pineda there on the side. And hats off to the San Juan Knights. What a stand by Coach Senator Jinggoy Estrada and his crew.
Well, you talk about San Juan being the number one team the whole season. Only 2 losses. Buong taon. Had a winning streak, about 15, 16 game winning streak. And then having home court advantage. But you gotta give credit to Pampanga, because this team ended up as the number 2 seed in the North Division. What's the saying, si Delph? Tinalo pa sila ng San Juan nung eliminations. We covered that game in Pasay, August 29. Ano kasabihan, do not underestimate the heart of a champion. Even though they were sort of like the underdog, being the second seed, taking away game 1, snatching that one behind Archie Concepcion, Justin Baltasar, and the others. And Archie Concepcion, what a tremendous performance once again in the second half in this game. But the best player of the ball game, we gotta give it to the anchor, Justin Baltasar.
Well, Justin Baltasar, he was merciless in this ball game. He was ruthless para sa kanyang kupunan. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. That's our final score. Brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Your North Division champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, for the second straight season. And what an organization this Pampanga team has evolved into. A powerhouse and just an undeniable force dito sa MPBL. Right now, our Mika Abisamis is with our reigning MVP.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Tama ka sa Delph, walang iba kung hindi ang ating reigning MVP na si 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛. Alam mo, Balti, ang napansin ko, ang gandahan ng pasahan ng trabaho, no? Pag nakita ng guards na may problema sa pwesto mo, nandyan sila. At pag ikaw naman ang may nakita na problema sa pwesto nila, nandyan ka rin. Tonight, you ended with 18 rebounds.
Yun nga, talaga pinagpipray namin talaga na makuha namin sa home court para makapagpahinga kami para ng Game 3. So yun, di na kailangan dito yung mga star player na isa lang na gumagawa. Kailangan lahat nag-contribute. Kaya yun, maganda naman yung pinakita namin. So yun, thank you Lord.
Balti, babalik ka sa National Finals for the second time. Gusto ko malaman kung anong nasa isip at puso ng isang Balti Baltazar ngayon.
Yun lang, bago ako mag-exit siguro, gusto ko mag-back-to-back para history. Wala po nakagawa ng back-to-back. So yun, para sa mga Kapampangan, yun, para sa inyo to, may panalo.
Balti, marami ding Kapampangan na nasa Dubai. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanila?
Ayun, intayin nyo kami dyan, bigyan nyo kami ng suporta para sa inyo lahat itong ginagawa namin. Yun.
Meron ka pa ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, Balti?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay niyang panalo, and then sa boss namin, kay Don Gonzales, kay Congressman Don Gonzales, kay Boss E.J. Gonzales, sa Gonzales family, and then kay Boss Gob, and then sa lahat ng sumusuporta ngayon, yung mga mayor, maraming salamat, and then yung kay Papa Ed, kay Mami Jean, and sa asawa ko, kay Risha, sa anak ko, kay Zeus, and then yung Baltasar family, kay JR, kay Jenny, kay Jetmark, kay Hercules at kay Pasita. Yun lahat ng mga taga-Mabalacat, Apalit, para sa inyo to.
Maraming salamat once again. Our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game is Justin Balti Baltazar. Sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Sa Delph and Coach Chris.
Congratulations, Justin Baltazar, the rest of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, your back-to-back North Division champions. What a feat, fashioned out in front of their home crowd. Alam mo, yun yung minsan na last year they won the title and it was on the road. So, maganda to for in front of the Kapampangan faithful.
Yeah, that's why in the best of 3 series, as we always say, napaka-importante nung Game 1. And the big challenge para sa Pampanga this season, todo nabanggit mo, they were able to get Game 1 in San Juan's home floor. And that puts a lot of pressure on San Juan heading into Game 2, knowing that nobody has won here in 2 years. But you gotta give it up for San Juan. Orlan Wamar specifically, a bounce-back performance for him. 30 points, he came up, like a hot potato, really. And 15 points in the first half, finished with 30. But the dominance of Pampanga, Justin Baltazar, Elcho Serrano also came to life in the fourth quarter. Archie Concepcion was huge in this series. Baltazar, the MVP, Archie Concepcion, he's the most important player in this series. I don't think Pampanga would win this without the brilliance of Archie Concepcion in those 2 games.
Well, there was the odds were stacked on San Juan going into Game 2, and you know that they needed to come up with a sort of perfect game,
right,
to beat Pampanga, and it seemed like they were headed into that one up until that third quarter. Yung third quarter flurry, yung third quarter response,
right,
nitong Pampanga to close out that third quarter was the key run for this one.
I thought it was evident na medyo kinapos sa gasolina itong San Juan. We talked about them taking advantage of transition opportunities, getting stops. We didn't see much of that in the last 5 minutes. Ang nakita natin, ang naging kapalit yung mga paglakad. Whether paglakad sa defensive end or pagjogging sa offensive end. And that's where Pampanga took advantage.
And Pampanga looked like they had more than enough in the tank in the final 3-4 minutes of that contest. And what a player, Justin Baltazar.
I mean, it sounds cliche, and I rarely say this, Sidelf, but clearly Pampanga wanted it more. I mean, to see the reaction, and yung naging evidence doon, yung reaksyon ni Archie Concepcion na nabanggit mo, tears of joy, yung mga ganun, nakikita mo yun usually sa first time. This is his second trip to the finals. Okay, papasok pa lang sila ng finals. Pero yung reaction niya parang first time lang. So to me, ang ebidensya nun, talagang gusto niya.
Absolutely, and it's a well-deserved accolade para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. They get rewarded with this beautiful North Division Championship trophy as we turn you over to Richard Campos for the awarding ceremonies.
To be awarded by our beloved Commissioner, Captain Marbel Kenneth Durandes. Our MPBL North Division champions, your Pampanga Giant Lanterns, AMG 3 Construction. Only the team players and the coaching staff should be on the center court.
Pampanga Giant Lanterns all set to receive the North Division Championship Trophy. Jeff Viernes and syempre ang kanina team owner AG Gonzalez there.
Division champions.
This time winning it at home. Last year they won it in San Juan. Did not have a chance to celebrate in front of their home fans, but now tonight Pampanga will be partying up until the morning for sure.
Tama ka dyan, no? And dahil mahaba-haba pa yung kanilang antayin, nakita nyo naman sa schedule, ang game 1 is not until December 1.
That's going to be quite a challenge. 20-day break.
Right.
Including travel and all. And Coach Governor Dennis Deta Pineda lifting the trophy for the MPBL North Division champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. They advance to the national finals. Game 1 and Game 2 of the national finals will be in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai.
Right, and that's the reason why for that long break, because we're obviously waiting for the two divisions kung sino yung magiging kampiyon. Ayusin pa yung mga visa. And that 2-week window, 2.5-week window is enough time para maayos yung mga logistics nun.
Yeah. And what a campaign so far para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. They stay on track for a back-to-back championship dito sa ating liga. And that's right there, confirmation. Pampanga will advance to the national finals, and they wait for the winner between Quezon and Batangas. Batangas leading the series 1-0. Game 2 is tomorrow night at the Batangas City Coliseum. And wow. Yan ang masabi ko dito.
Ito, wow din to.
Wow din yan bukas. That's gonna be a fight to the finish as well.
Dog fight.
Tomorrow, 7 p.m. po ang ating schedule. Batangas against Quezon for Game 2 of your South Division Finals. And just happy for Pampanga, able to celebrate here in front of their home fans. And, as we mentioned, ito talaga yung kagandahan ng MPBL. Mention natin si Archie Concepcion, MJ Garcia. Winning it for their province makes it just more meaningful.
Right. There's a connection. There's a connection between them and the crowd and yung mga taga rito. And the beauty of the MPBL, if I'm a fan and then kapitbahay ko, kakilala ko, whatever, pinagmamalaki mo yun habang nanonood ka eh.
Yeah. Pwede mo sabihin,
taga rito, kahit hindi mo siya kakilala, taga rito sa amin yan.
Oo, anak ni ano yan.
Di ba? Yun yung mga kwento eh. Yeah. And it makes them feel very much, obviously, a part of the league. And obviously, wala rin tayo ngayon in our 6th season, kundi dahil sa mga fans din.
Oo, and just to recap this ball game, it was actually San Juan. It took the early lead, we're up by 9, as many as 9 points in the first half. And actually looked like they were in control in the third quarter.
They were.
After that 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗎 basket,
right.
And all of a sudden, Pampanga and a bunch of athletes, they're a bunch of athletes, just taking the heat to the Knights. And dyan nagtapos ng series natin as Justin Baltasar led the way for Pampanga. For my partner, Christian Luanzon, of course, our courtside reporter, Mika Abisamis. Magpapaalam muna kami dito from San Fernando, Pampanga. Maraming salamat po. Tapos sa Delta Tupas. But Mika Abisamis will continue our coverage of the North Division Finals. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay at pagsuporta sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.
I see myself in a very familiar conversation with, of course, winning head coach Governor Delta Pineda, Archie Concepcion, and of course, our good commissioner, Kenneth Duremdes. Gov, dinala naman kayo ng t-shirt mo na yan sa National Finals. Alam kong napaka-importante sa'yo ni Mama Mary, Pero bukod doon, Gov, ano bang sinabi mo sa boys para talagang makuha mo na lalo nung second half?
Nung first half, sinabi ko nga, na yun yung kinakatakutan ko yung first half, na yung energy na ibibigay nila na talagang kailangan naming pantayan. So hindi namin napantayan yon. Ang pangit lahat ng galaw namin, pero despite doon 7 points lang ang lamang. So we told them tayo naman ang babawi na second half. At the fourth quarter, may baba natin to or tabla lang to, dikit lang. Pagdating ng fourth, atin na to. Hindi, para sa atin to, dumigit lang tayo ng fourth quarter.
Gov, parang naging paborito nyo ang third quarter tsaka fourth quarter sa series na ito.
No, first yung puso ng mga bata pagdating sa end game. In terms of stamina, nakita nyo kahit babad na babad itong mga bata, pero on the fourth quarter, sila pa rin ang namayagi.
Gov, pupunta po tayo sa Dubai. Napakarami pong Kapampangan na nakatira doon. Ano pong gusto nyo sabihin sa kanila?
Sa lahat po ng Kapampangan na nasa Dubai, bili na po kayo ng ticket. Kailangan po namin ang suporta ninyo. Sana po mapuno natin yung gym ng puro Kapampangan para home court din po.
Alright, maraming salamat. Once again, Coach Governor Delta Pineda.
Pasalamat lang po ako sa lahat ng fans na nandito ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa mga nagdasal ho para sa amin ng mga Kapampangan. Maraming salamat po. Without your prayers, walang miracle na mangyayari dito sa laro na to. Lahat po na nangyari sa 5 minutes below, puro miracle na po ito dahil lang po sa mga prayers ninyo. Maraming salamat po mga Kapampangan.
Thank you very much once again, Coach Governor Delta Pineda. Archie, ikaw na naman ang pinaka-emosyonal sa mga ganitong panalo nyo. Nung Game 1, kinausap ka ni Gov nung third quarter. Dito sa Game 2, kinausap ka niya ulit bago mag-third quarter. Mukhang nag-work talaga itong father and son na conversations nyo dito sa series na to.
Opo, yun nga po. Alam po natin yung San Juan talagang hindi po bibigay eh. Grabe po yung scout nila sa akin. Nache-check po nila ako. Siguro player dahil sa dasal ng mga Kapampangan yun, kaya nalagpasan ko po ito.
Archie, alam mo, kanina nakatingin ako sa screen at bukod sa inyo, nakita ko ang mga asawa nyo ay talagang nagdadasal din, Sasama ba sila sa Dubai?
Yun nga po eh. Lahat po ng mga kakilala ko, nakayuko na po eh. Sana, Gob, mapayagan.
Ano gusto mo sabihin sa lahat ng Kapampangan, Archie?
Lahat po ng mga Kapampangan na nanood po dito and sumuporta po sa mga taon po namin. Maraming salamat po. Nang dahil po sa inyo to, kaya nanalo po kami.
Right, maraming salamat once again, Archie Concepcion. Another successful North Division Finals. Napakadami pong tao dito sa loob ng Brenzigiao Convention Center. Kamusta po kayo today, Com? Napakaganda nung naging laro natin.
Yes, talaga napakaganda. Actually, Mika, this is one of the best series I've ever witnessed since day one ng ating liga. Napakaganda. The level of competition ng mga players tumaas. The appreciation of our fans gumanda. So it shows na talagang yung liga natin ay marami na tayong napapasaya mga Filipino basketball fans.
Nasabi niyo po, Com, na marami tayong napapasaya. Marami pong magiging masaya sa Dubai. Pagpunta po natin doon, ano pong gusto niyo sabihin sa ating fans at mga kaligang nandun sa Dubai?
Yes. Yung mga taga-Dubai dyan, ang mga OFWs, mga kamag-anak natin, kaibigan, kapamilya, abangan nyo po ang ating national finals dyan. Sigurado na po mga Kapampangan, nandyan na, nag-aabang. December 1 and 3, 2 games po tayo dyan para po sa inyo to. Maagang handog ng pamasko ng MPBL sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa MPBL. Abangan nyo kami dyan at sigurado pasasaya namin kayong lahat.
Right, maraming salamat once again, our good commissioner, Kenneth Duremdes. Now, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns are going to the national finals for the second time in 2 seasons. Can they actually be back-to-back champions? Malalaman po natin yan. Pero bago ang lahat, pupunta muna sila sa Dubai for Games 1 and 2 of the national finals. Magkikita-kita po tayo dyan, dito lang sa liga na sinusubaybayan mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.